Okay, this is my first YouTube video, and today we are going to make Father's Day glasses that I etched. It's kind of hard to see, but they have etching on it. We're going to make one similar to this, but I picked a different design. So, the things you're going to need today are going to be Armour etching cream, some stencil vinyl. It's called Oramask 813. Going to need some gloves. You don't want this stuff on your skin. You're going to need some protective eyewear. These are just some little cheap glasses that I got from Walgreens that I use to protect my eyes from the blue light when I'm on my computer. Then you're going to need some alcohol prep pads. That's to wipe down your glass. You're going to need one of a mug or some sort of glass that you want to etch. Then you're also going to need some tape. This is Dollar Tree electric tape. They come two to a pack. This I found. This is painter's tape. And I don't know if I think they have something similar at Dollar Tree too. Or masking tape. Those all will work. You're going to need a brush, a real brush. Not those sponge things. A real brush with bristles. And then you're going to need your design. But those are all the tools that we're going to need today to do this craft. I'll show you again. You're going to need the mug. The stencil vinyl. The tape. Alcohol pads, glasses to protect your eyes, Armour Etch cream, and the design I chose today are those two, Super Dad and the Man, the Myth, Dad, the Bad Influence. So those are the ones I chose today. So first thing I'm going to do, if you have a Cricut, you can go ahead and do that first. And make sure that you print out your stencil. So I brought a roll. It's like 5 feet long. So what I used to cut it, I cut it down to whatever size I need on my design space. I use this right here, the little Cricut cutter. It's really awesome. You just slide your paper. You lift this up. This lifts up like this. And you just slide your paper in there. And since the rolls are really, really tightly rolled, sometimes you gotta give it a little help there to get under there. And then once I get it under a little, then this can go down to hold it. And then you can pull this little thing out here. So you can measure however much you need. Just pull it until it's as far as you want it to go. And then I've already cut mine, so I'm not going to cut mine, but once you would have it in there, all you would do is just slide this across, boom, and it's cut. And then you can pull it out. So this thing is really good if you use a lot of roll vinyl. It cuts it really nicely, and the blade is replaceable. I think you can buy it on Amazon or either Cricut. I'm sure they have it there anywhere online, or Michael's, or any craft store. So to get started, I don't need this yet because we're not going to etch right away, but you're going to need your alcohol pad and you're going to need your glass, whatever glass you decided that you want to use today. And then actually we can leave our tape out too, but I'm going to clear off this space so we can get started. So I've already went in my design space and I printed the design. So I have it already on here. So of course I didn't say that, but you're going to need a weeding tool. I just have the plain little Cricut one that comes with the kit or whatever. So it's already been cut on here. It's kind of hard to see, as you can tell. I'm going to see if I can shine some light on here so you can really see it. But I'm not sure how that's going to go. But we're going to try our best. Okay, so if you see, I put the light on there. I'm not sure if you can see the lines, but it cut already on there. So it's ready to be weeded. So what I usually do is I keep the image on the screen over here. And what you're going to do for your weeding, you want to make sure that the only thing you're taking out is the things that are white, because you want everything around the letters to be etched. So anything that's white on here, you want that all to be etched and frosty on the glass, and you want the words to be stay like shiny. Like here in this mug, let me try and put something behind it so you can see it a little better. I don't know if you can see it. But you see here the letters, all those you want them to stay on the stencil and stay blue. And anything that's frosty, that's what you want to peel off of your stencil. So I'm going to start and show you guys how it's going to look. So I'm going to start with the man, and the myth. So I'm going to peel this. I'm going to peel this off. I'm going to peel this off of my mat because I don't like feeling this little sticky. You know, it gets annoying after a while. So you just peel it up. You can't hurt it, so just peel it straight off like you would regular vinyl. Put my mat away, out the way. And then I'm also going to grab some scissors because I only want to work with the one design. So I'm going to cut it out because they're going to be on 2 different cups. So set that to the side, and I'm going to have this. So I want this to be weeded well. So I'm going to pause this and then we'll come back and I'll show you how it looks halfway weeded. Okay, so as you can see, I started weeding it. And what I'm keeping down are the letters because I want the letters, I want all this white space to be frosted. So I'm pulling out all the white that's around the letters. And sometimes it pops up a little bit, so I just use I try and use the back of this to hold it down and just go through and punch out the letters. Try and see. So you punch out the letters and give it a little start, and then you're able to peel it out and hold it down. But it's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna spare you all of that drama. I'll zoom in a little so you can see a little better. You see how I'm getting, you want all the letters to stay on the paper, and you want to weed around the letters. Okay? So when I come back, we're going to have our stencil. Alright? Okay, so now I finished weeding. It took quite a while. If you can see here, this second line, I'm going to take it out. I left all the other. So you see, that's how it looked when I weeded it. Now I'm going to take this second ring and remove it. But I'm going to keep all this blue around it. That's going to help with the stencil. So, I'm going to peel all this off. Okay, so it's gone. So now I'm finished. Now, I'm going to make sure it's all flat. If you have any bubbles like this, just drag it underneath so you can get it back flat the way it's supposed to be. You don't want it to be any bubbles, because if you have bubbles, then that means that the etching cream will get underneath, and you don't want that. So I just go with the back of the tool and just flatten it as best I can. Okay, make sure all the A's, B's, all the holes are out, because you don't want to close A or B or D. So then I get my transfer paper. I use anti-taze transfer paper. It's like a masking tape. I love it. So I just peel it off. Then I want to put it straight on to this. So I want to see, it looks like it might be kind of small, but it's going to cover it all. So it's going to work. So now, see, I have it on here. So now I'm going to cut it. So now it's all on here, and I see my stencil through, so I'm going to take my squeegee. And I still don't know how to use this. It's only my third time. So I usually do it this way with the Cricut on top. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but it works. So I'm going to squeegee this so it'll adhere to the transfer paper. I do it for about 25-30 seconds. And you want it to adhere to this edge right here, because we're going to need that. It's going to help us, and you'll see why later. Because you have to secure the etching cream. Like this right here, I have a little oopsie. So what I'm going to do is peel up. And I want to take that off. And if I can't do it, then I'm going to get this wonderful tweezer tool here. And just pull it out. Looks like it was just a piece of stencil. Now I have to see which side it's on. I really can't tell. Okay, looks like it's on top. Oh, there it is. It's coming off. Okay, good. Got it off. So now I go back to squeegeeing. If you look, there's no more of that anywhere, because any slight imperfection like that with the stencil, that will mess up your etching, and it won't be a clean, crisp etch, and that's what we want. So I just go back and forth for a little while, da-da-da-da-da. And once that's all done, then I'm going to set this to the side. Then I'm going to get my glass. I want to put it down so it doesn't roll. Put the handle so it's solid on here like this. Then I'm going to get one of my alcohol prep pads. Just going to open it up. And they're really skinny, but I unfold it. And I'm just going to wipe the whole glass. This is, I guess, I don't know. I guess it's to make sure that there's no dust or particles, and it's a clean space, and everything that could be dirty is off of it, so the adhesive will adhere well. So I do that just like this, really simple. Take this away, wait a second, couple seconds, I'll throw that away. Sometimes I wave like this to make it so it dries, and it looks like it's dry. So I get my stencil back. Do one last squeegee. Then I want to start peeling off. Now see, it overlaps, but it's okay because it'll still come off. It's not all the way on there, but that's just a solid, so it's fine. So, and it'll help you because you can start peeling this. It peels easier from there. So we're going to start peeling it up. And what you want to see is this white. You want this to be white. So as you're peeling off, you want to make sure that everything is coming off and going onto your transfer paper. If something is not going on there, then you're going to just push it back down and squeegee some more. But no, we got a clean break. Yes. Love it when that happens. So now I have my stencil. So I'm going to get my cup really quick, turn it right side up because it was upside down. And some people like to like measure and things, but I'm just going to eyeball it. You can see that. Okay. So I'm going to try and kind of center it. And bam. So what I do is I put it on the center. I hold it there. See, it's not all the way attached yet. Because you don't want it to be completely attached and you can't move it if it's uncentered or it looks a little off. And right now, I think we got money. We did really good. Yay, me! Okay, so then what I do, I just set it down a little bit. And then I start edging it on the right and the left. This usually helps it so you don't get bubbles. So, now we have this. And here. Now we're going to get the squeegee. And we're really going to squeegee this. Because we want this to really adhere to this glass. Because the better it adheres, then the better etch you're going to get. Get all those air bubbles out. Up and down, right and left. And you'll start to see, like right here, you see where it's still kind of dark there? Once you start squeegeeing, you should see it like separate. Now it's more, you can read it. So you're going to do this for, just like you did the other way, for a couple seconds. You can rub whichever way you want to. It really doesn't matter. And I got a little rip here. As long as I didn't rip the stencil, I'm good. Because this transfer paper is about to come off. So, we have it all in here. Now we want to take this off. You can see in the back, you see? I don't know. Yeah. You can see in the back, there it is. The transfer tape is on there. But we're going to start peeling it off. So the stencil will be revealed. You want to make sure that none of your letters come off when you do this. So take it slow. As you're going, take it really slow. And the same way with the paper, you want to make sure there's nothing on this transfer paper when it comes off. Everything needs to come off of the transfer paper. So I just keep pulling slowly, slowly, slow and steady. Get a tight grip and turn the cup with the other hand, and I pull with this hand. And now it's clean. That's what you want. You don't want any of the stencil back on here. So now, let me throw that away. So now we have the stencil on here. So we're ready. Now we're ready to put the etching cream. So what we're going to, well, not yet. Almost, jumping ahead. So now we have the stencil on here. And if you feel comfortable, there is a little edge on here. If you think you're confident that you're not going to go over by mistake at all, then you can go ahead and fast forward to when we start putting the etching cream. But me, this is only my third time doing this, so I'm going to put some tape. So I'm going to get my, you can either use, like I said, Dollar Tree electrical tape, or you can use the painter's tape. I'll just use that because it's easier and I don't have to cut it like I do the electric tape. So what I'm going to do is, I want to tape all the glass anywhere that I don't want to get touched. So I'm going to take a long strip here and go across this side. It's okay if you're on this blue part, the stencil. It's fine, as long as you're not covering any place by the letters. So I'm going to put one piece here. I'm going to put a piece across the top, the lip of it. I'm going to put a piece here so I don't make a mistake in putting the etching up there. Oh! And you want to make sure you're touching so it's sealed. You want complete seal there. You don't want any openings where there's glass. So I put this all the way around here, and I'm just going to tuck it in. It's going to come out later. It's fine. Just tuck it however, just so it sticks. It really needs to stick here. Up here, not so much, because you're not going to get it in the cup, hopefully. Then you're going to do one strip on this side, too, like I just did on the other. And make sure you're right up on this blue. You don't want any space where you see glass. So there's no glass, see? It's all stenciled and tape. And I'm also going to do one on the bottom too, because I don't want any on the bottom. So I find it easy just to turn the cup upside down. And start here. We want it closed, no holes. Straight around, no holes. Turn that up. It doesn't matter how, because you're going to peel it off later. So now we're ready to etch. We have it all protected, and there's no way that it can, well, there is a way, but we're not going to go off of the tape. So we're going to set this to the side. Now it's time to get our gloves. Get your protective eye gear. I'm not sure what you have. I just have this. These little cheapos that I told you, just so no acid pops in my eyes and I can't see. And then we're going to also get our etching cream and our brush. So what we're going to do is take your etching cream and shake it up. It's going to feel like hard, but once you start shaking, I don't know if you can hear that, but you hear the liquid start moving around. If you don't, you can always stir it too, but I've never had to stir it. I just do this until I feel it moving around a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be really fluid. And the top is one of those child safety ones, so you got to push and turn. It has the markings on top on, shows you how to do that. Push and turn. And if you use it, sometimes you'll have this little like powder stuff that comes out. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, the little powder, it's fine. We're about to put our gloves on, so we're fine. So let's get our gloves on. So we have our gloves on now. Yay! We have our etching cream. And you want to have a clock somewhere so you'll be able to tell the time. Because you're going to need the timer for like 3 minutes. So wow. There's a lot of little gunk. And if you can look here, it's like a, I don't know what you call it. It's like a creamy, kind of like if you've ever gotten a relaxer in your hair or a perm. That's the consistency of this cream. And it kind of smells like a relaxer, but it's not like you can't breathe. But I do have plenty of ventilation. I had the window open. I've never had to do this outside, and I'm okay. So what you're going to do to get started, you're going to get your brush. Make sure it's loose. So if you want, you can just dab in the top, or you can go in here, just dab a little bit. Well, that's a lot, but like this, got a little bit on my brush, and then you're just going to start brushing. You want to brush a single layer, get a little bit more. You want to brush a layer, making sure to stay, put everywhere that you still see glass, that's where you want this cream at, because that's where you're going to etch. And like I said, it smells like a perm. You're going to do a layer. It doesn't have to be like super thick. It doesn't. You should see it though, like this. So I'm just putting it on here. Move my brush around. Making sure I'm getting every place where I see glass. A little more. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. So I'm just going on here And what I'm going to do is you're going to put a little more. Make sure everything's covered. At least with one layer. Now what you're going to do is for 3 minutes, look at your clock. Get your clock. So I'll get my clock on there. And for 3 minutes, you're just going to rub all the spots where the stencil is not. Up, down, right, left, just like this. Up, down. Continually for 3 minutes. You're not going to stop. It doesn't matter if you go back and forth. It's no pattern. There won't be like streaks if you go like sideways like this. The key here is just to keep this cream flowing on here. Now I watched a couple videos. Some of them said like put a whole glob on and leave it on there for like 10 minutes and then come back. And then I saw one, the lady, what's her name? Jennifer the Maker. She had a video where she taught this method where you go 3 minutes and you just continually move around this stuff. Every once in a while I might add a little more. You don't have to. Just keep it so it's like this. You want to keep it so you can see. You should be able to see it. You shouldn't be like clear. So we're just going all around, up, down, right, left. And you're just going to do this for like 3 minutes, non-stop. And you're going to start seeing it like, if you, I don't know if you can see that, but it starts getting like little chips of glass. You can see it like etching away the glass, which is really cool. But just keep doing this for like 3 minutes, non-stop, up, down. Add a little more if it starts getting like a little dry. Right, left. Just all over, every place where you don't see the stencil where you want it to etch. Just keep going all over. And just don't stop for 3 minutes. And make sure that wherever you start doing this, you're in a place where you can go to a sink. Because you're going to have to go to the sink after the 3 minutes to rinse this off. Let me check my time again. Okay, I got 1 more minute or so. I kind of lost track of time. But it's okay if you do a little more, a little, not a little less, but you can do a little more. It's okay. It won't hurt it. It'll just be even better etched. But just make sure you're getting all over, up and down. Okay, so I think it's been about 3 minutes, but I'm going to give it 1 more minute just in case. So I got all this. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. You can see it like getting chunky too. Like little pieces of glass that are coming off and it's etching. I think it's kind of neat. And I'm so glad I got this method from Jennifer, because the other method, it would use a lot more of the, it uses a lot more of this etching cream, and this bottle would have been like gone really fast. And I'd like to get more projects out of it, so I'm glad I learned this method. Okay, so it's about 3 minutes. I'm going to pause you, and I'm going to go to the bathroom sink, because that's the nearest sink to me, and show you all how to rinse this off. Okay? So we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm at the sink, and I want to get some cold water. Keep your gloves on. And keep the brush that you were using. So you're going to get the cup. You're going to put it, wait till it gets cold. You don't want it hot. Okay, so you're going to get the cup and turn it underneath the water. And you're going to take this brush and you want to brush away all the etching cream. It's okay if you're rough. You want all of the white stuff to come off. Off the tape, off everything. You're just going to keep doing this. It's okay if the stencil comes off because it's done etching now. So, I'm going to wash all this off, turn it over. Okay, you want to make sure all of it is off. And make sure you rinse your brush while you're at it. Because you don't want any acid coming in your eye or your fingers. Not cool. So just do one slack once over. And again, it doesn't matter that the stencil is coming off. It's done now. It's etched already. So, what we're going to do is, we can take off the tape. You want to take that off, peel it all off. You can even take off the blue now, the stencil. You want to make sure that, rinse again, real quick rinse off there. But you want to make sure there's no more, see the letters are coming off, and stick it to my glove, that's cool. But you just want to make sure that there is no more etching cream on here, really well. Catch it before it goes down your sink. Alright, so now it's pretty clean, as you can see. Turn the water off. Now we can take the glove off because all of the etching cream is off. And if you look, you can already see that it's kind of etched. You see how it's frosted? Alright, so we're going to go back and we're going to see how it did. It looks really good now. Alright. Okay, so now we're done rinsing it off. I just put a napkin. It's easier to bring it. So now we have to get all of this stencil off. And one thing I want you all to, don't be all like scary, like, oh my god, it's gonna mess up. No. It's already etched on the glass. So you can scratch with your nail to peel it off, but once you get under it, it just comes right off like that. And I don't know if you can see it, but it etched really well. We got our circle. You can see the circle, how it etched there. As you take the letters off, you can see that we got a really good etch job here. If that's what you call it. But yeah, you peel all that off. All the stencil, wherever the stencil is, you peel it off. And you can really see now, it came out really well. And it would have been a little bit harder if we wanted the 2 lines. But since we remember I told you at the end to take off that other piece of the circle so it would close out, and we left the rest of the stencil around it. That made it so it was a clean circle all the way around. And if it gets a little still wet, you can wipe with this to get it off. And since I rinsed it with cold water, it's kind of frosty anyway. Silly me. But yeah, this is only my 3rd time doing this. And I got my Cricut a while ago, but I was kind of scared. Not scared, but you know, it was so much stuff. I got it because I could do so many things with it, but when it came, I was kind of like, I don't know. So it took me some months before I tried doing anything with the Cricut. And now, I'm a teacher, so now that I started doing things with it, my brain is just, every day, it's like 5,000 crafts in my head that I want to do. And not enough hours in the day to do it. But, you know, if you are feeling kind of like you don't want to start, or you're feeling some kind of way, kind of like scared or kind of anxious and don't know if you'll be able to do it, just do it. It took me a little while, but when I did it, I just did it, and then it was fun. And now I'm making cups. This is my 3rd cup, and it's actually my jam. I like doing these, and it's not too hard. And I don't know if you can see, but you see how it's all coming off really easy once you peel it. So I won't sit you guys on here and do all that. I'm going to finish taking off all the stencils, and I'm going to come back so you can see our final product, okay? Okay, so now we're finished, guys. And as you can see, it came out really nice. Nice etching. Clean etching. And there we go. An etched mug. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't be too harsh on me. This is my first video. If you guys want more videos, I can try and do some more. Just let me know.